Blood Dagger over on the team one, ready to go with Elder Scroll, the Affy Warlock. We got us hockeys in the back. Stone first up versus Fix as he's trying to see if he can get himself a go. Every time I see Fix, I want to call him Flamin because that is his mage's name, but I need to start just calling it Fixman. It's Fix. It's Fix. It's Fix. Or actually, it's FLX-min. So, you know what? Maybe Flamin works. Fix though. I'm gonna call him Fix because that is the character. His own wall is up right now. This is gonna be Stoneblood with a full bubble. Try to see if he can bounce out of there for a second. But honestly, with Fix pressing the wall for a paladin, that might as well be Warlock's bubble at that point, right? Or no, he's backing up because his wings is about to fall off, so he's kind of trying to see if he can buy himself a bit of time. Plus, it's a full-on Infernal, and if he's out there in the open with Fix, with also the Succubus catching him off guard like this as he goes in for a stump, that's definitely not going to feel great at all. Shadow Fury to follow. Cancel is going to connect. At least one portal's up. No, he actually ended up suppressing that Cancel just to open up a couple of more portals versus Stone, and maybe that was the play. Look at that, but the damage has been takes. He can't really stop these portals. Lay on hands really early on just to get himself that full-on recovery. Man's used bubble. He's used lay on hands. He might even have to use the full magic immunity, but Stoneblood trying to see if he can get himself a little bit of resources. Succubus catching him, but at least he's kind of sorted near boxes. Maybe he can get himself a proper go. Fix goes in for a full wall. There's also going to be a dark glare down. If you're not careful, someone... Oh, wait, maybe line of sight. I was gonna say, under certain conditions, someone... Oh no, he's still beaming you, but it doesn't matter. Stoneblood does get himself a full-on go. I was just gonna say, the Dark Layer does recognize certain abilities of a paladin as full-on magic, full-on caster abilities, so it's actually going to punish you for pressing him. For a Death Knight, that's a lot of abilities. A Clawing Shadows, Death Coil, all are magical technically. All are spells technically, quote-unquote technically. Like, the demon is still going to beam you for it. For Paladin, like, a good portion of them are. Some of them are counted as physical. Like, Blades of Justice, even though it's a blade from rises from underground at a distance, you would think it's magical? Not really. Big damage out of Perfected. Trying to see if we can take him out. Just rocking the Paladin down into the grave just there. What is that? Just absolutely unleashing carnage on the guy with back-to-back resets on those between the eyes pistol shots. My goodness. I also love the sound that you get when you get a reset on your between the eyes, by the way. It's like that, it's almost like a cash register going ka-shing every single time. It's just, oh, something about it is satisfying, man. I mean, you roll the bones to get yourself like a big old lottery ka-shing sound. Like, it's literally just like gambling in the spec, gambling in one play style. Full dots are ran on to Perfected. Elder Scroll trying to see if he can get himself a CC onto Perfected. Cloak Shadow just to clean himself off. That Dark Glare is not really going to do anything. Rogues don't necessarily have any abilities that are casting spells whatsoever. Dark Drain or Full Soul Drain by Elder Scroll as Perfected. Trying to see if he can weave from behind the pillar, get a couple of hits here and there. Just kind of poke it out, poking the bear, poking Elder Scroll. Why has he got a Dark Pact? I don't think you actually want to attack him while Dark Pact is up, unless you're just building up for some kind of resource. You won't have Cloak of Shadows for a bit, so next setup that Elder Scrolls gets, it could be pretty bad for you. If you can get yourself a proper reset, gouge, maybe can give you something to work with. Potentially Kidney Shot. Do you have a proper go? Does have himself a proper go? Maybe that'll be enough. Hold on a second. Pistol shots are doing a number. Cheap shots to follow. Do you have anything to follow up? More to call. Elder Scroll super low. Trying to go for a fear, but he realizes he's not in a great spot. That's going to be quick charge by the rogue. Quick kick. I think there's nothing he can do. I think all he can really be there is just a pin cushion for this rogue who's taking him out, slash and dicing through the guy with Blood Dagger charging over here. Behind the box is Perfected, getting blasted. Full secret technique. Subtlety versus Outlaw. Not the worst matchup for an Outlaw rogue. Not amazing, but not the worst. Trying to see if he can get himself advantage. That's going to be Perfected. Has advantage in case he wants to use it. If he's rotted with a Rupture, that's not going to feel good. Trying to catch a reset. Looks like he's ruptured. Looks like he's ruptured. Blood Dagger was not going to commit big damage. Grapple out. He knows he's away from the rogue. He knows he's actually chill. He's trying to see if he can get himself a clean reset without having to burn a vanish. And he's almost able to do it. Sipping Cup is available. That's going to be an opener by Blood. Oh, Gouge, he actually got him out in the open. Kidney Shot. Oh, Cheap Shot is a trinket. Hold up, Perfected. Maybe live. Chi Death is available as long as it lets you use Chi Death. Blind. You can get yourself a proper go. I don't know if you have calm points or anything. He's trying to get himself a re-stealth. Wait, he's right behind you. Oh, Sap. Oh, hold on a second. Still trinket available for Perfected. So you could have himself a proper go. He just either full Kidney Shot, rock down Blood, might be okay. Gouge that opener. That was a short gouge. That's going to be a stab of the gouge, but it's going to give him an opportunity to get a gouge cheap shot in that opener. Got himself full dance and everything available. Big between the eyes after one another. Big ambushes. That's going to be maybe a trick inside of it. Trying to see if he can end the duel, but he goes in for advantage. You need to find the guy right now. He goes in with an ambush. Cloak of Shadows could be used. Does use a cloak. Trying to go for a blind, doesn't do anything since he's cloaked. Hold on, it doesn't do anything since he's cloaked, but still a killer shot does connect. Full secret technique. Blood has an escape if he needs to. Could vanish out of here. Does go for the vanish as he gets hit by a disarm. Perfected has a vanish coming back up. Has the eyes available to his left. Doesn't want to pick him up at all. I honestly would have picked up eyes, just having the vision of where the rogue is at. I think it would have been huge. Just pick up eyes. Should be able to see him. Could grapple over to him. He could grapple over to him very easily. He has a blind and everything. He goes in. Cheap shot. As long as he lives a cheat death, maybe somehow saves him. Does he get to blind last second? No, trinket back up for blood. Perfected still has himself defenses. Hold on. Vanish without cheat death proccing. Maybe he still have a go. Cheap shot. Do you have himself a proper go? You got some maybe procs. Hold on a second. Another cheap shot. Do you have anything? Got himself dance code back up, but doesn't really have any more damage to follow up. Gouge last second, but he's still stunned. Hold on. Do you keep him in combat? Do you just try auto check him through the boxes maybe? I think you have to, right? Or no, he just catches a reset, trying to see if he can skulk out of there. Wait a second, hold on. Blood does not have a trinket. Perfected does not have a trinket. Both of them have a cheat death, but nobody really has a proper defensive. Cloak of Shadows isn't there. And blind coming back up for Blood Dagger little by little. Eyes are back up for no, neither side. So Perfected and him are gonna go for a bit of a resetty spaghetti here. I think Perfected could get himself like a proper big go. Blade Flurry does get him out. Does he see him? He Blade Flurry, but he didn't look behind him. That's what Blood was. Blood does save the opener here with a cheap shot kidney. Evasion up for Blood Dagger. Blind for Perfected just to get himself maybe a reset. Could go for a kidney shot. Goes in for a dance. Cheap shot. Have himself a full go. Countering the defenses with Blood Dagger. Does hit him with a disarm. Still has access to his between the eyes. So should be able to between the eyes and bunch here. Hold on. He actually is getting quite a bit of damage. Blood Dagger goes in for a bit of damage, but with the advantage, eyes are back up and available. Does go for his charge towards Perfected. Phantom Knights him out in the open. Killer shot. Trick it out for Perfected. Blood has a trick it back up to it. So next time Perfected has himself a go. Blood Dagger could trick it this. It's all going to be very, very DR. Does go for a cheap shot of his own. Cloak shot is up for Perfected. Just to reduce the damage he's taken. Blood trying to see if he can escape with yet another vanish. Blind to Perfected just to keep him out in the open though. Question is, cheat death, does it proc for Perfected? If he doesn't get cheat death, then he's got to screw. Blood Dagger, don't mess up your DRs and stuns. Does it clean? Is it clean? Is it clean? The question is it clean? Oh, he tried to gouge. Wait, clean, cheap shot, clean, cheap shot, clean. He can still do it. Hold on. One more Eviscerate is all he needs. There's going to be a bit of Eviscerate. Cheat death for Perfected. This is his last proper go here. He needs to make a play. Trinket available for Blood. Oh, takes him with a trinket and Gorma's bite. Does go in for a shot of meld to try to see if he can escape. Warthor is a stun, but he's going to be able to blaze someone on top of him either way though. Just needs a little bit more damage. Does get hit with a kidney shot. Doesn't burn a trinket. He got a bit of bleeds under Blood, I think, right? Or should be able to escape. Should be able to find him maybe. Trying to see if he can blaze storm after him. Should be able to find him. He sees him. Shadow Step. Doesn't really get to get himself a proper reset. That's going to be a hit into a make it out of the sap. Or a gouge rather. It's going to be secret technique. Warthor is looking to execute the rogue down. He just needs one more global. He just needs one more good hit. Does go for that execute. I like this Worgen noble look he's got going on. With Hawk is going to be up next, I think. Trying to give Warthor a proper honor duel here. Man, that was a long one between the two rogues. The subtleties and outlaws, man. It used to be so one-sided, right? It used to be super one-sided. Subtlety places Outlaw Rogue into the dirt, but nowadays, after the rework, people started picking up Outlaw, and they're just doing some wacky, crazy damage with them between the eyes of resets, man. Just procking people. Warthor is trying to see if he can get some damage rolling in, trying to find Hawkins. Hawkins does go in for a cheap shot. Warthor's trinket, one and only, does burn him. Disarm onto Warthor's. Hawkins just getting all the dots up and running. It's going to be a sepsis too. Cheap shot back into Warthor's. Full dots are in. Warthor's might be in a lot of trouble. Another cheap shot by Hawkins. Looking to see if he can end this right now. Does get himself evasion, but it's going to be Stormbolt into a fear. Warthor's does pop a parry, but he's still rotting right now. He needs a heal right at this moment. Oh, Hawkins does end up executing him at the very tail end there though. Not much you can really do. Is it going to be Death Sweep last one? Death Sweep versus these rogues, man. At least Hawkins does not have cooldowns anymore. So if anything, you're going up against a rogue, doesn't have the one banger no more. If Hawkins can buy himself like 30 more seconds, he can get himself a really solid go. But it's going to be stunned for cheap shot. Good counter by Hawkins. Gouge to follow. Maybe that gives him an escape. Death Sweep got plenty of mobility though, so I don't really know if you're going to be able to get away from him that easily. Blind is still available for the rogue. Just go for the blind. Trying to see if he can bait a trinket out of Death Sweep. I don't think he's going to be able to. He needs a little bit of time. Cloak shot is back up. He goes for a disarm. Could go for a cloak here if he wanted to. Just trying to see if he can go for a bit of damage. Set up some basic bleeds onto Death Sweep. That's still taking so much damage. Oh, and the Death Sweep taking him out. Death Sweep presses Death Sweep. Who would have thought that? I mean, this is going to be the police up next week. Ooh, Death Sweep right away. Oh, no. Evasion up for Death Police. He just wants to see if he can build a calm points off of this guy. just rotting him, dotting him. That's going to be a sigil of misery for his second Death Sweep. Needs to find a way to fight this. He does have a trinket to stun onto the police. Does he have himself a big go? Sigil of Flames. Cloak Shadows for the rogue. Darkness down for Death Sweep. Hold on a second. Could be anyone's game. Police trying to see if he can build up some damage. Going in from Cold Blood. I don't think they're connected. I think that the darkness might have stopped him there. Goes in for a vanish really quickly. Does Death Sweep find him? He's trying to see if he can get himself a bit of livability here. Hunt catches up to the rogue. Does it connect? Hold on. It connected. It connected. He has a little bit of this like purple or green smoky. Oh, so much damage at the end. He had a bit of a green smoke effect at the end of it. My goodness. Perfected with 2. Let's pick up 2 actually. It's pretty good. And then let's also get in. We're going to be Death Sweep taking these rogues out. That was a long duel with these rogues, man. That was a long one. Let's get ourselves another go. And let me know if you guys need more bodies. And also if you could find a way to...